Welcome. My name's Brian Knight. I live near Melbourne in Australia, and it's just after 5 o'clock in the morning on a Thursday for me. Welcome, Tom.
Hey Brian.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Things, market's moving around a little bit.
Yeah, I'm doing a little.
Yeah. So, welcome to this live FOREX analysis session. Just note that any trades discussed in this group are to be classed purely as educational only. That's because we're a group of people helping each other, and we are not financial advisors. There is a full risk disclosure and a little bit about us as live session traders. Um, all right. Welcome, Derek.
Brian.
There is, has it been an interesting so far this week? We're going to have tariffs, then there's market crazy, then there's no tariffs, then there's negotiation. Now there's this roller coaster is just going to keep giving, isn't it? Okay. Now, Darren, did you get an opportunity to do any back looking?
I looked at two or three pairs, Brian, and uh, yeah, quite quite positive and back
Okay.
tested. Um, so quite
Not necessarily fully implementing yet, but observing. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's only so changes. It's still needing stuff outside of the rail to take a trade, then a change in trend bar and a long or short, get in the trade, two trades, whatever percentage you do. One has a profit at 3/4, and the other one, once you get that 3/4 or whenever, the stop losses move to break even on the second trade. Is that the basically it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. So in this situation, you may not have been, but say if it was slightly out of the rail because they move, get into two trades there, you profit out one here, there, wherever, and the other one then comes down, and because you would have got in somewhere there, that would have um, stopped you at break even, basically. So you're not in this trade or either trade anymore, but you've made one positive profit. Where in the past, you would still be in this trade,
I would, yes.
only one trade, and your stop loss would still be down here. Is that
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
okay? Right, just clarifying. And we have seen examples of ones where you would have lost, like either way, actually. Doesn't really matter, does it?
No.
But you would have lost two trades in that situation rather than only one.
Yeah.
Okay. Where some of these are ones where you would actually have a positive outcome trade, not a large percentage, but you would have a positive outcome. And then what are your thoughts about this stop loss placement on these trades?
Well, the GBPSGD when you come to it, which I'd
Yeah, we'll
entered.
go down and have a look.
Um,
Yep.
um, Now that uh, I think my entry candle was later than yours on this one for some reason.
Yep.
So price has come back at entry again now, just about
Oh,
or close to entry again.
Oh, really? Yours was long here, and you got in on that candle.
Yeah,
Okay, where
somewhere
I've got
around.
a long there. Okay.
Yeah. So it's come back to entry. So I've taken that opportunity to adjust the trade. So I've got two positions open, adjust the
Mhm.
stop loss and adjust the lot size because I'm back at sort of entry again. So I'm in so now this is now set up
So have
on
you moved your stop
this
loss
later
from
trade.
have you moved your stop loss from down here, like up
Yeah.
to here somewhere?
Um, no, where
Oh,
you've got
only.
that where you've got that long where your long is under that candle because uh that's the sort of next candle to the left. The one I entered in and the two or three next to it are all sort of
Jumbled together.
all jumbled together the same. So I've gone to the
hmm
next candle, that one.
Okay.
It's under there, yeah.
So it's a bit like this then. Long position. You got in somewhere here. On that can you would have had a long over here somewhere.
Yeah.
Stop loss would have been down there. You got this at a 3/4, not necessarily a great, but that's where you would have taken the trade.
Yeah.
You've now moved your stop loss up to there.
Yeah, it's sort of like that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's now set up on that new basis with two trades, 0.75% each.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll see how we go.
Okay. So for me, it would have been that's um, the long there would have got in on that next candle there somewhere, wherever. Stop loss for me would have been there, and that's the 3/4. So it does matter a lot where your long comes in, isn't it?
Yeah. I think usually mine are the same as yours, aren't they? But that obviously for whatever reason the Pepperstone price feed I think slightly different there. It's
Yeah.
triggered it early, but I don't think that doesn't usually happen.
No.
Not
No, no,
not
no,
to
but
the
that's okay.
extent. It might be one candle out or. But anyway, that's set up under this new basis now. I'll see how it goes.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Fair enough. Yeah. Well, let's go back and go down them and see what possibilities there are of other trades. Um, so this is the AD CAD, nothing really to, I mean, you weren't in that long, but if you were in that long, there would have been a one trade, and we've already talked about it. Okay. ADCHF in the middle, nothing there to look at from the strategy that we talk about. So nothing really in there. ADJPY. I notice oh God, what's his name? Um Trinidad Tobago.
Barley.
Thank you. Barley. I was just see. Barley was talking I saw some drop talking about AUD is on the move. I'm going, well, you really? Okay. Um to me it doesn't really look like that much yet from our strategy perspective,
No.
Darren. So I don't know what the move is. Anyway, we're still waiting. It'll be the 18th or something before there's any rate decision for any sort of move. And the AUD seems to be weakening off against the Japanese yen, or the Japanese yen against all the other currency pairs is sort of finding a bit of strength. So no trade. until it starts to come out here if it does. AD, NZD. Cool. Again, nothing there. As you said yesterday, you haven't taken a trade in this for a long time. So sometimes they just cycle through, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay, AUD and Singapore. Now this is here we go. Now it hasn't been far enough out of the rail here. From that respect, and we don't have a long, and it's been doing this sort of sideways movement. Anyway, again, criteria is not met. AUD USD. Again, it's whipped out. This was the open to the market, and then it's pushed back up again. No long, but also there's nothing out there. What do you? Okay, so Darren, how's your view on this one? It's a sort of a question I wanted to ask in the past. Is like, okay, you've got these candles outside of the rail, you get along, but you have this crazy market, knocks you out, takes you out of the trade. Do you just drop it and leave it, or because you got the long there and
Just drop it and leave it.
drop it and leave it? Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. And it would need to come. You'd need to have candle outside the rail.
If it
and
comes
along.
outside the rail again, then I'll look at it again.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
But other than that, you would leave that. This is not giving you some sort of indication that, because that spike is just really an abnormal.
Yeah, it is.
Like ancient orange craziness, really, for a day or so, and then it gets back to, so that this is, if you took that big dip down there out, basically this is just a pullback before it pushes back up again.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. But I suppose you've lost 1%. Are you going to risk another 1%? Wait for it.
That's correct. That's what I was.
That's the sort of thinking, really. Because if essentially you risk 2%.
Yeah.
On a trade.
Yeah.
Or on a setup rather than 1%. So imagine trying again and it loses again. You then lost 2% on the one setup, which.
And because it hasn't fulfilled the criteria that you need to set anyway from a mechanical trading perspective. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. No problems. Okay, CAD CHF. I see where the rail is. It didn't come out. It did do that big spike, but it's back at the middle again. Right? No trade. There's been pretty sparse, except for the, GBP Singapore opportunity that's come up in the last couple of weeks. Right. CAD JPY. We don't have a triangle here. It's weird. And it's come back down again. So maybe, I don't know, I can't, because look, we've got a triangle there and it hasn't even come out of the rail. Anyway, the criteria is not met there either, but we're watching this though. Yeah, correct? Because if it pushes back down here and then we get a long on that could be potentially a trade.
Yeah.
CHF JPY. Again, this is getting close to a situation of potential turn and trade back up. These are two. Yeah. Okay. Let me. The other one. What's it do? No. No. Okay, just leave those two. Oh yeah. So you're AUD. Um, yeah, you've survived that, haven't you? You're still in that cell? Yeah. Like, sorry to ask.
All right, it's okay.
Oh no, you
Yes,
didn't get.
I'm still
You
in
did.
survived
You
by the
did.
skin of the teeth.
You did get into that trade though,
Yeah, I did, yeah.
and now it's basically back at nearly break even.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Crazy, isn't it? Okay, here, just one stick. Hey, you're a cat. You didn't get into that because it never came far enough out of the rail. Okay. You're a CHF. Again, same situation. There's still a gap in there though. That gap there, that's gonna um, it's gonna have to fill in, like even on the hourly that is there, right on that rail. Mm. Okay. At some point it'll come back and take that, but it's obviously just waiting. All right. And there's no potential for this at the moment. Interesting though, isn't it? It hasn't quite come out of the rail, but certainly we've got the short and the sell out of it. Okay. Euro GBP. This also has a gap in it. To take out. And you don't trade this, so that's the way it is. But certainly a possibility. It would have made 3/4. Two trades, 3/4. Okay. Right. Euro JPY. This one's sort of coming towards the outside as well a bit. Not ready yet. It was there, and that would have been a 3/4 and a break even. Okay. Euro NZD. Yep. No trade there, nothing to look at. Euro Singapore. Again, this is messy, crazy. Euro USD.
Yeah, Euro NZD is, I've got a short on that now. So
Oh,
I potentially could enter that one.
Oh,
It's been it did push outside the rail. It still is. I know that was gosh, that was in December, wasn't it? And it's gone sideways. Now we've got the short, so that is a potential setup, that one, which
hmm,
I may enter.
hmm. You'd wait for the short to complete the day to complete, though, would you?
It has flickered on and off today. It's been up and down a bit, but if that short holds, then I might get into it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'd wait till the next candle, would you?
Or if it's getting close to market closure, then I might jump in then.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, you then got to wait for the spreads to
Yeah, settle down.
and all that. So
Hmm.
does meet the
So,
price.
so here we go. Let's because it could, yeah.
Where would I put my stop loss in this one because you've got all those wicks.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, but yeah, okay. So let's have a look at this then. If we were to look at it for a short, it probably, I don't know, I just imagine this would be probably entry somewhere there where the short is. So it's either there or there. It's not a big difference, is it? And 3/4 would be somewhere there. Wouldn't be much return on it. Where if you were to push it to that wick, which is the one candle behind, still not a large percentage, is it? I'm leaning towards not, like this is not a reward that's worth taking the risk, I don't think. That's me personally. That's me personally.
It's not a great setup.
No.
I mean that did nudge outside the rail, but that was back in December and
Mm.
barely poking out the top of the rail. Yeah, it's almost negligible.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're probably right. Like maybe strictly to the letters of the strictly to the rules, it perhaps does meet the criteria, but it doesn't look very convincing, does it? Really,
No, not as far as,
it's in a sideways channel, really.
yeah. We'll see. It's very similar to your AUD. As you said, you just hang them up by the skin of your teeth, do you? Again, you got in, like this could be in the same situation. So you would have got in somewhere here where it is break even at the moment. And your stop losses, would have been up there, or if it had been, where is, oh, we don't even have a short. Ah, well, it would have been just there, the next candle, or a little bit, who cares, really. And again, this at 3/4 is not a fantastic, but you wouldn't have known that back here. Like, so
No.
if you look at the
The
market at
rails,
that
the rails
point,
have the rails have gradually moved further up, haven't they? And
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's
But
made
this
it.
is, not something you could have preempted, if that makes any sense.
No.
So again, this is probably not, a in terms, you have trades and you have great trades. This is not a great trade as
No.
such. Anyway, I'll just we'll leave that on there. But there's no short there to for a second, for another entry if you were to look at that. But anyway, so your NZD again, same sort of situation of, for me anyway, not really. So your AUD and your NZD are in that sort of similar looks, and they will most of the time be like that too. We looked at Euro Singapore, didn't we? Yeah, no, nothing, but yeah. Euro USD. So there's the long there and back up. It's pushed back to the rail and then back up. This is. Did you get into that trade there?
USGD, no.
Euro USD.
Oh, yes, I'm in that one. Yeah, I'm still in it. Yeah,
And you're back at break even.
yeah,
Okay, and survive this.
yeah.
The only thing is, for me and for potentially new rules, you would have got in somewhere there. Stop loss would have been either down there or the candle before, whatever it is. And 3/4, you would have got a 0.6. At least it would have been positive trade. And then you would have moved your stop loss to break even, and it would have come back and basically stopped you out at break even. But you wouldn't be in all of this rubbish down here. Just a thought, that's all.
Yep.
But you are still in the trade, and it could come out to the other side of the rail. So we'll see. All right, let's go GBPs. GA. Oh, we're getting a turn back down again. Okay. You're still in this?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, okay. Sell from up here. It came back, put you in this sort of massive drawdown, and now it's back at a bit of profit maybe. Yeah, should be in a little bit of profit, not much. So,
yeah.
all right, okay. So that's not necessarily yeah. Okay. GBP CAD. Long you might have got in, profited, and you're out. But we don't have a short, and it wasn't far enough out of the rail, so you're not going to be getting a sell trade on that.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. I'm just I'm just analyzing the mechanical
Yeah.
components of this and seeing whether I'm correct or not in what I'm saying. So GBP CHF. No, in the middle, forget it. GBP JPY. Again, middle stuff, not anything. GBP NZD.
Yeah, still in this one.
Same, you're in it from the short. GAGN doing exactly the same thing. All right, lovely. And I'm just going to write them down. GAGN cells. UP and Singapore. This is the one that you're in now for the buy. Yeah, okay. Right. It's interesting. But you have your long further up. Okay. Right. So that's really one of the only ones in the most recent history of trade to be able to take. GBP USD.
Yep.
You're still in that, aren't you, for the buy?
Yep. That's going all right now, that one.
Yeah.
Survived the
The
survived the
the tariffs.
yeah, and that's in decent profit now.
Yeah. Was your long in the same sort of position?
Let's have a look. Yeah, exactly same candle. Yeah, yeah,
That week. Okay, no worries. Good. But your profit is set at the other rail, not at 3/4.
correct. Yeah,
Yeah, only single trade.
but I
Okay,
do have an
nice.
alert set at the 3/4 mark now. So
Oh,
interim arrangement. If it hits that 3/4 line, I will take
oh,
half take half the trade out.
okay. And let the rest run.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, good. All right, NZDs now. NZD CAD. Yeah. Nice. Thing, long, no. Short, no. You wouldn't have got into that anyway. So, oh, I don't think you would have. It depends on whether the rail was further in or not. Anyway. All right, NZD CHF. Again, not enough. Long there, just playing around. NZD JPY. This is like the AUD JPY. We'll have to wait and see if it comes out the rail before we do get a move. Yeah. And NU. This is where you got knocked out, like AU, NU, same thing.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't get back into it again. And that's okay. Got in it because of the long, and it just came back and spiked out on that one tariff day. Okay, Singapore Japanese yen in the rails hasn't come out too extreme yet, like it did there. So we'd have to wait for that. USD CAD.
Yeah, see that that met the criteria, but I didn't enter that one. I mean,
No, because of the unusual
yeah,
candle there.
I would have had to.
And also, too, you would have entered here, and how far is it to the 3/4? Not very far.
Yeah.
Not very far at all. Did we get it? Oh, yeah, we got a red triangle. Yeah. Okay. No. Crazy. Okay, USD and CHF.
Yeah, I'm in this one, so that's
Yeah.
heading in the right direction again.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled all the way
And
back.
that was just so close to knocking you out on that. But if we had added the same criteria, you'd be on this trade with that one as your stop loss,
I'd be out of it.
and you would have been out of it. Yeah. But you wouldn't have been hanging on by grim death up here, and it just would have done that. Just yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to think about what part of my discussion is keeping out of like craziness of it. But anyway, UJ. Oh, pushing well down to the rail here now. Okay,
I
this
mean,
is
that
one.
never pushed out the top of the rails. We never got in it, but it's just kept going and going, hasn't it? It's
Yeah, yeah.
surprised to see that drop off like that. I think it could be a good buy opportunity when it does. push through.
Correct.
So I still think longer term it's gonna, I think the dollar's gonna be stronger than the
Japanese yen.
yeah.
But the Japanese yen is quite strong against lots of the currencies at the moment. USD thing, and it will turn. It always does. It's just the waves and the cycles.
Now this one I've just closed half the trade on this one. It's hit, well, for the second time it's hit the 3/4 line. So I've
Oh,
closed,
you've been in since this short here at the middle somewhere.
yeah. It came up,
Okay.
it didn't stop me out, and it's come down, and stop loss
And
is now break even, and I've taken out half the trade.
oh, so you've got your stop loss somewhere in here. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
let me do this.
somewhere near the
Short.
bottom of that candle. Yeah,
You would have got in somewhere in that candle. I'm just being rough. Initially, your stop loss would have been up here somewhere with a profit at the rail.
yeah,
But what you've done now is you have said 3/4 there, wherever I'm going to take half. And what I'm going to do is, oh, well, no, oh, yeah, now you have no stop loss. Basically, it's at, I can't pull it all the way down. It's basically at break even now
yeah,
for the trade to continue down to here. Is
yeah.
that correct?
Correct. Yeah,
But it won't be that rate. It will be, if it comes back, it'll be a no profit. But when you took the trade out and it was up here,
it's
you
not a
still,
great,
that's another,
trade, really.
no, but that's okay. It'd still be another nearly 1%.
Yeah,
Or it depends. It'll be half the trade, so it'll be 0.5% on that.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so even you're in trades now, you're starting to implement the same sort of
yeah,
thing with
yeah.
that trade.
Yeah.
Okay. No worries. Fair enough. Okay. And gold has gone crazy, crazy. You weren't in any gold trade?
No,
All right.
really off gold now, isn't it? God, it's just going and going.
Yeah, no. Well, at some point it can't, because it's up all-time highs here. It's gonna, like this, it's gonna short and push back down. One of the things, observations, Darren, is the further the candles push out, or price, so it is price, the further the price pushes out of the rails,
Yeah,
in a lot of the cases, the short or the long is actually close to the rail or closer to the rail and a little bit further away from the midline.
yeah,
The less it pushes out, the more it's at the midline, which decreases the percentage profit, if that
yeah,
makes any sense.
yeah,
Um, so here, for example, pushed out a bit, you got a long, but that's a different situation. But for example, here and here, these never pushed out, so they didn't really go anywhere. Where if you have this pushing out to an extreme, it may tend to go out to the extreme, the other side,
yeah.
and then push out. But this doesn't mean it goes out to each side. So, okay,
I think
right.
those outer rails are like elastic bands, aren't they? That's what they are, aren't they?
Yeah, well, yeah, but these also are in a way barriers. The further it goes out, the more it wants to come back to. But we know it's related to price. It's overpriced. It's underpriced. It's overpriced. It's underpriced. It's overpriced. It's underpriced. It's
Yeah,
way overpriced.
yeah, yeah,
But that's just the way it sits. So, and silver is also pushing up as well, up to rail. So it could be a good sell out on both of those. We'll see. Bitcoin's gone back to 97. It's just hovering around that sort of 100 up and down, up and down. All right. And then where's your oil? Oh, it's down.
Probably very nicely oil. That's
Yeah.
good, this one.
Yeah.
Now again, I've got my alert set at the 3/4 line.
Okay. Because the same sort of thing happened here. Came down, went to 3/4 and jumped up, and then off it went again. So you would never have made it to rail. You would have then made a loss back up here.
Yeah.
And been in the trade for ages. Why do we need to? We don't. We
Seems
just need to look at.
seems to have good momentum this at the moment though. So
Well, yeah,
I hope it's going to continue. And
we've got the chorus on the song, haven't we?
yeah,
Drill, baby, drill.
yeah, that's right.
And we're gonna take over Gaza. Drill, baby, drill. We want Greenland. Drill, baby, drill. It's just that's the chorus, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Elon's going to save us money. Drill, baby, drill.
yeah.
So, yeah, I have no psychiatric treatment. Drill, baby, drill. That's good. Yeah, we'll just go and plow Gaza. We'll just clear it all out, and we'll make a resort just on the Riviera. Oh no, what not Riviera? What is it? The
Yeah,
Riviera of
we're
the
in the
of
Middle
the
East.
Middle East.
Yeah, it's dunno. I think it's quite dangerous talk really, because you've got China with its eyes on Taiwan. You
Oh,
know,
I'm just I'm
once where
call I'm gonna I'm gonna call
waiting
him
for the
Darren.
green light to make a move
Yeah,
on Taiwan. You've got Russia,
yeah,
obviously, Ukraine.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
And
you know,
and
I think it's
and we've
quite
got
dangerous.
someone going after Canada, Greenland, and Gaza.
I think it's quite dangerous for Trump to talk
Putin,
like that. It just,
Putin number two.
yeah.
It's like, oh God.
On the government websites, they've changed the U.S. flag to the Confederate flag on the White House website.
Oh, has someone noticed? Have they, Tom?
Yep, somebody picked it up this morning.
Uh, welcome to the roller coaster.
And then as for Musk, I mean, I was only thinking about that today. I mean, talk about,
Oh, that thing's going to blow up, isn't it?
talk about conflict of interest on a mega scale. Mega scale. I mean, he makes billions from contracts with the US government, billions every year, and he's now and look at the position he's being given. This whole free reign within the government departments to sort of just do what he wants. I mean, if there was
Well,
ever a conflict of interest, that is a
I'm pretty sure he's not going
massive,
to cut
massive.
any. He's not going to cut any of his own contracts. He's going to cut everything else, so they'll make more contracts for him. Oh, look, we got all this extra dough. We can now spend it on you, Elon.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, it's funny, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, so US oil, yeah, drill baby drill. Let's see.
Yeah,
Um, but I think also too, once you put a golf course there in on Gaza and a couple of high rises, it's going to look really good.
yeah, it is.
It'll be amazing. There'll be lots of people wanting to go there and stay for holidays and stuff like that. Mm.
It's the way you suggest they can all go and live in Jordan and Egypt. I mean, he hasn't bothered to ask Jordan and Egypt first whether they want them there. Just
Well, why would he bother? It's
yeah,
only two. There's only 2 million people.
yeah, that's right.
Well,
Yeah.
he did say that he's going to do something so wonderful and beautiful there that why would they want to come back? Let that sink in for a minute.
Ethnic cleansing.
Yeah.
That's what it basically is.
Yeah, Putin too. Megalomaniacs, eh? They're crazy. Okay. Rightio. Power and money, runs the world. All right. Well, couple to look at. There will be an interest rate decision of one way or the other or nothing. I'm just waiting for the trading view to give me a little circle here to see what it thinks it's going to be. Yeah, we'll get a bit closer. So it's the 18th, I think we have a decision here. All right. No worries. Well, I think that's us for today. Unless you got something more to add on that Confederate flag, Tom, or
Nope.
depends on what flag you'd like to see. Well, wasn't it, isn't the American flag really the united of the states? It's like it's not one or the other.
Yeah, the Confederate flag was for the Southern states in the Civil
Yeah.
War.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what they're going back to.
The Civil War.
The Confederate flag, because we are now a white supremacist, neo-fascist dictatorship.
with slaves that make rich people richer.
Yep. So they're going to do it. They have a nationwide abortion ban on the table. They remove DEI so they can fire any other white person other than white without cause. They're making everybody go back to work, which means families will have to be separated, which means one person's going to have to give up their income, which will be the wife. The man will be the breadwinner. It's a fuck show, man.
Hmm.
Yep.
There's always change, Tom, isn't there?
Always.
Yeah.
They're cutting everybody's social security, and they just raised the age to 67 from 65.
Oh, recently or just now?
No, just like today or yesterday.
Oh, wow. Okay. I was talking to one of the other colleagues in the buses. He's saying in New Zealand at 67, everyone gets the pension, and it's not tested of how much money you got, how much super, or retirement funds you got, or anything. So that they are saving money by not having to test. So New Zealand can do it, but over here we've got like means test and at 67. What do you got, Darren? When's your sort of retirement age? Does the government have
Uh,
some sort of like a
you
pension
know,
scheme?
with the state pension, you've no mean testing here, but uh, there's the basic pension that everybody gets when they hit their retirement age. Doesn't matter how much money you've got,
Oh,
the pension premium you've got.
what age is it, Darren?
It is higher now. And I can't remember. I should know because it's not that far, not a million miles off for me. But
Oh, yeah, well, from 22 right up to there to be a while.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh,
Um, but also too in New Zealand, apparently you can get the pension and still work full time if you wanted to. Where
yeah,
over here, every hour that you work, you have, every dollar you earn working after 67, it takes it off any of your pension.
yeah.
So
Over
it's a
here, you're
bit,
not allowed to work after 67, or if they do, you get a job, whatever the case may be, to supplement your income. They remove you from Social Security now. If you're still able to work, you're able to work.
oh, wow. But it does also, Tom, depend on what actually is it a sort of like a social security or a payment that allows you to survive or to live or to, I don't know,
No, it's
whatever
based
that.
on what you've earned your entire life.
Oh, right.
Right. So if you make $1 million a year, you
Yeah.
get X number of dollars. If you make $5,000 a year, you only get X number of dollars.
Oh, wow. Over your lifetime.
Correct.
So if you've been
Wealthy
uh,
all your life, you're going to get a huge Social Security check.
right, but if you've been in the
Poor all
black
your life,
market
you're
and
not going to
paid,
make jack shit.
yeah, if you've been paid cash and there's nothing registered in the tax system, you're getting nothing.
Exactly.
Okay. Wow. Doesn't that just feed into the rich getting richer? Oh wow.
Of course it does.
Unbelievable.
Just like this new countries, I don't even know what they call it now, but it's some sort of country fund where the country itself is going to have a slush fund that they can do whatever they want with. And what they're talking about now is moving all the Social Security over to the slush fund and let the hedge managers run it. And that way the hedge managers can buy parts of TikTok or Ford or whoever and grow the fund.
Yeah, well, over here we have the similar. So over here, what happens is, I think it's actually 12% now. So 12% of what you earn gets paid into until you're 60 minimum. So up to 60, you can't access it. So 12% of your weekly wage, on top of your weekly wage, goes into your what's called superannuation or retirement or whatever you want to call it. And you can't access it. But all of those, well, really all of those super funds are controlled by the unions. So all the
Well,
unions
this is going to be
started up.
controlled by the guy who only wants to put everything into crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, exactly. And these ones, like the construction workers, they only invest in construction stuff. It's
Right, but we won't have a say of where that money goes. One guy will,
okay,
just
okay,
one guy.
yeah,
And he's saying crypto is the future. I don't want anything else but crypto. So when they move that
wow,
large fund of trillions of dollars of Social Security that they have to pay everybody, $1.7 trillion a year
yeah.
over to this new fund for Social Security, he's going to have $1.7 trillion to play with into crypto.
And when it goes all belly up,
Well, that's your fault. You voted for it.
yeah,
It's a
and
scam. It's going to be a transfer of wealth.
yeah, and it's your money, but you don't have any say in it anymore.
Exactly. And
Wow.
Elon just took all our Social Security information:
Yeah.
names, phone numbers, addresses, Social Security numbers, everything. He's got everything that's ever been filed on taxes.
I mean, it's scandalous, really. Because I mean, he's still a private individual. He's not.
Yeah, but Trump signed a bill saying he can give any government information to anybody he wants for a 6 month period at a time without any consequences. That was an executive order he signed. He just handed his keys over to a South African Nazi.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But he gave a Hitler salute, and they're all Nazis, so they're okay. And Elon Musk just said, he just posted this, that South Africans of white descent should leave South Africa and come to the United States. White people only are welcome. Something like 2.8 million people down there that are white. He wants them all up here.
Well, it's sort of happening the other way. Somebody was telling me yesterday that apparently in Belarus, they've got, because of the Russian thing, they're bringing people from Africa into Belarus and then saying, see that fence over there? That's Europe. Just get over the fence and get into Europe. You'll be
Yep.
fine.
Yep.
So through
They're slicing
through
this country. They're slicing this country in thirds: Asian, European, African. Everybody else is going to have to fall into line. That's why the BRIC nations are getting together. That's why
Hmm.
Trump's sucking up to Putin, getting rid of the EU. because Putin wants the Panama Canal because he's banned from crossing it. He wants Greenland because there's money to be had in Greenland, and there's defensive systems there that he wants. So Trump's going to give it to him. He's going to give Putin the Panama Canal. Canada has tariffs and bans on Russia, so now Trump's threatening Canada. Yeah, he's working for Putin. It's the Putin playbook. This country fucking sucks, to put it mildly.
I think we worked that out a long time ago, Tom.
Yep. I hated the country before, but now I really hate this country. All the racists and bigots just are having a blast.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite demoralizing for the rest of the country who wants to sort of get along. All right. Well, I need to go and drive a bus with a whole lot of school kids. So,
Something meaningful.
yeah, there we go. It's going to be hot here today again, another 35, 36 degrees, Darren.
Snowing here.
No,
I hate it.
It's hot here. Yeah, if you want to warm up, this is where it's at.
Well,
All right then, gentlemen. See you tomorrow, and we'll just
All right.
see what goes down, Darren. All right then.